So today we're going to be looking at how you can use Canva AI in your business and do some really great things with all the stuff that's built into Canva to make sure that your business is utilizing its time well, and also utilizing these really cool things that you can just use at an instant right inside Canva to make your designs better, quicker, funner, all of the things. And so I'm going to teach you 3 things and then a bonus one, so make sure you hang around for that. And you'll find that they're actually more straightforward to use and hopefully a little bit less scary than what the AI thing seems to feel like sometimes. So let's get into it. So hi, my name is Jacqui. If we haven't met before, I am a graphic designer who specializes in teaching business owners how they can create their own incredible branding graphics through programs just like Canva. So let's jump straight in. The first one I want to go to have a look at is all about manipulating photos in a really cool way. So I'm going to open up some Canva images now. And so if you see on my screen here, there is a picture of me. It's one of a photo shoot photos that I took a little while ago, and you can see that I'm holding a clock. This was a really great idea, but in essence, the clock wasn't actually that visible. As you can see, we've actually had to edit the photo to be quite dark. My skin is not this dark, to make sure that the clock was even visible. Otherwise it just looked totally washed out. So ideally I'd want to change this clock to be a different looking clock so that I could message my point across enough. Like this was, I wanted to use this photo for like a countdown, like my course is closing soon, join soon. But I couldn't use it very well because of this whole washed out thing. But with Canva's new editing AI, I can actually do that. So what you want to go to is edit photo. So click on the photo, press edit photo, and you can click on this magic edit button. Now, what I want you to do is literally just paint over the part of the image that you want to change. We're not removing it, we're just changing it with AI features. And so I'm going to just grab my little paintbrush here and paint around the clock like so. Sometimes you might have to do this once or twice just to make sure you get it right. But in essence, just make sure you paint over every single part of what the part of the image that you want to replace is. Then once you've let go of that, so I just clicked and held and painted through that. Once you've let go, Canva's going to say, do you want to reset or do you want to continue? If you're happy with it, press continue. Then in here, this is where you need to make sure you do it right. I want you to type in here what you want to replace this part of the image with. And so, for example, if I wanted to a different color clock, I could say purple clock. I haven't tested purple clock before. I've only tested black clock, so we'll see what happens. I want this to be a clock still. It's not the hard ask, but I want it to be purple. So I'm going to press that and then press generate. Then I'm going to wait for it to do what it wants to do. In here, it's going to pop up with 4 different options for what that purple clock could look like. And I can click through them and see which one works, or I can reset it and do it all over again if I'm not happy with the outcome. So I'm just going to wait for that to happen. You'll see there's 4 clocks popping up here. They're not super purple and they're kind of like old school clocks, but to be honest, they're better than the white clock that I had. And so if I'm not happy with these, I could do a totally new one. But to be honest, this is looking pretty good. Like no one's going to stare at this and think, why is that clock, like, does that look a little bit, it just looks like it was meant to be there. I can click on these ones and do totally different options. Just like that. I don't have to like Photoshop anything in. I can just literally ask Canva to automatically AI create what I need it to be. So you can do this with so many different things. So you can see here, I did it with this black clock already. With this shirt, I actually painted over my shirt and I said, hey, can I be wearing a floral shirt instead? And how cool is that? I'm just going to swap between those for you. They swapped between the 2 shirts. So it tucked my shirt in, created some more jeans for me here. Probably it slimmed my waist down a touch more than it needed to. But other than that, it's pretty spot on with what it should look like. I also wanted to replace this background here with a nice beach background. So I just painted away on this white up here on the curtain and I said window with beach view. And this is what I came up with. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good. And so think about the different ways. If you've got a photo that you've had taken, but something's not quite right, the background isn't quite right, or there's part of the image that isn't quite right, try this feature. So again, if I just show you what that looked like, I'm just going to do it again on this one for you. Edit photo, magic edit, and then you can change your brush size here. So I'm going to make this quite large because I've got quite a large area to paint. Just make sure I'm clicking and holding down right now, and then just paint away what you want to be gone or to be replaced. And just make sure you catch every single little bit. You'd rather go over than under, but try not to go too much over. Otherwise, it will try to replace parts of the image that you're already quite happy with. I'm not sure what it's going to do here because I've got such a big brush that's painted over my head a little bit, but it's a good experiment. Press continue, and I'm going to do something different now. Let's do window with mountain view. I'm going to press generate, and we'll see what she comes up with. Amazing. So you'll see I've now got these 4 options. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And you'll see, because I had to paint over some of my hair, then it's tried to replace my own hair in here, which has done quite a nice job. Like, I like that kind of hairstyle for me. This one here has gone a bit funky. This one here has gone even more funky. This one here is not so bad, but just making sure you don't paint over parts that you do want to keep if you are happy with it already. You see I've got 4 versions, and if I just press done, then that's now my new image with the mountain view behind me, just like that. So have fun with that one, play around with it, but really think about if there's an image that you've got and you're not quite happy with it for some reason, try this feature and see if it can make it exactly what you need it to be for your brand. For a client once, they'd taken a photo of their stock on a patterny weird background, and I was like, no, this needs to be plain wood. So I painted around the background of that image, and it changed it to being on a wooden table, and it was perfect. It was so great, and it made that image really ready for their branding. All right, the next thing I want to show you is the Magic Write feature. This is really, really incredible. So I'm going to show you something here. This is just a paragraph of text I've taken off my website. It's a whole paragraph, but it's a little bit long. If I wanted to make this on a social media post, for example, there's too much text. Oftentimes when I get content from clients, when they want to do like a brochure or a flyer or something or anything, they've got too much text there. And I'm like, dude, we need to cut this down, otherwise it's not going to print well. No one's going to want to read this. So I asked them to cut it down, but they're not sure how. This feature on Canva can really, really help with that. So for example, what it can do, I'll show you in a second. It made this text into this text. It shortened it down for me. So how you do that is you click on the text box and you go to the little Canva assistant feature over here. If I click on this, you'll see there's a Magic Write section here, and I can do summarize text, expand text, rewrite, or edit with Magic Write. So I'm just going to click summarize text, and it's going to do its little magic, and it just totally shifted it for me and made it smaller. Obviously, you would then read over this and check that it's what you wanted, maybe add in parts if you're not happy with it, or tweak it as needed. But if you're looking for like, okay, what are the key points in here that I just really need to I need to stop waffling and move on with the really core content, then this is a really great way to help you do that. For the same way you can do expand, like say you started out with this, but you needed it to be longer, I can click on this and go expand text. And it's going to do its magic and expand the text. And look how long this is. I've got 7 massive points that it's now concocted from parts of the internet and brought to itself. Obviously, if this is like key content that you're teaching, make sure that you align with it. Make sure that you're not copying anyone else. Like, make sure that it's still you. But it can be a really cool way to at least even prompt your thoughts of like, oh, actually, that is a really good point. I don't agree with this one and this one, but I'm going to rewrite this other one to make sure it's it aligns with the way that I do things and I do business. But other than that, it's a really cool thing to kind of get your brain thinking and started. So I've got some examples here. This text here, say I wanted to make that longer, I pressed to expand and it gave me all of this extra text. Or say this text here, I wanted to expand it. And actually, no, this text here, this is a really good one. I want to make sure I show you this. I clicked on this text box and I pressed, I think it was edit with Magic Write, and it just pretty much popped all of this text in here. And then I wrote in here, rewrite with playful voice, and put a ... and then I pressed enter, and it rewrote it in a really playful voice. Like, let's get your brand looking snazzy as $1 million. It's a weird way to say it, but anyway, it's a good try. Join our 3-part on-demand video trading series, blah, 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 visual editing. Get ready for the best of your business. Feel like a superhero while doing it. I didn't write that. I wrote, have the best year of business yet. Like it kind of like just took a bit of liberty, added some cool things in there. And so that's just a really great way to get your mind thinking, expand text, edit text. So play around with that Canva assistant and Magic Write feature right there. You've also got the rewrite version as well, which is just going to take it and rewrite it in a slightly different way. You don't have to give it any particular prompts. It's just going to rewrite it. So feel free to do that a few times to some content too, to get some different ideas flowing for yourself. Amazing. So that's number 2. Number 3, before we get into the bonus one, is a really, really interesting one. I'm not sold on it yet, but I really wanted to show you it first because it's got some really great potential that I'm excited for in the future. So again, I've just opened up Canva Doc. So to open a Canva Doc, all you need to do is go to your Canva home and go to this Docs panel here and just press Doc. And you'll open up a plain Canva doc. So this is kind of like a Word document, but it kind of just is endlessly scrollable, and it's more of a text-based thing rather than an image-based thing. You can add images in here, I'm quite sure. You can add all of these different things in, but it's not made to be like an image editor as much as the actual Canva kind of thing is. So I could pop that in there if I wanted to. But what I've done for my pre-prepared example is I've gathered some text here. This is just from a web page that I've got. I'll just drag it over for you so you can kind of see it. This is from a web page that I've got for advertising a free challenge that I do. And I've kind of described all of this text and pasted it into a Canva doc, because what I want to do is take this document and make it into a presentation. So say, for example, I've got a presentation to prepare and I want to advertise my free challenge at the end of it, then maybe I want to create some slides for that. And so if you've got any document that you're working on for your business, maybe you're presenting a talk to a free masterclass to someone, pop all the information in here that you want on your slideshow or your presentation, and Canva will make it into a presentation for you without you having to do all the work. But I will have add a caveat here. I think it needs a bit of work from you, but it's really great just to get it started. It feels less overwhelming because the content is already in there. So I just pop all this in here. What my biggest tip for you is make sure you let Canva know what the headings are versus the body text. So you can do that by, if I just highlight this, if I press this little plus button here, and I scroll down, you'll see that it's giving me like the heading 1, subheading, body text option. This is because in the Canva brand kit, so if I go to Canva home here and I press brand hub, then you'll see down here, if I click on my white deer, scroll, I've got fonts here and I've let them Canva know what my heading font is, what my subheading font is, and my body text font is. This actually kind of needs changing around a little bit because I've changed my branding up a touch, but you can pretty much add in here title, subheading, heading, subheading, section header, body, quote. You can add fonts and decisions around all of those things. And then when you're inside a document, you can just let it know if it's a heading, if it's a subheading, et cetera, et cetera. So do that and go through and just add in all of your content in here. And then what you can do is go to convert. So I'm going to press convert here and press get started. So it's going to have a look at my document and say, hey, what do you want to do here? So it's going to come up with something like this. And what it's pretty much done is gone and had a look at all of the content I've got in there and put it into a presentation for me, just like that. And so you can either click on any of these and you'll see it's made 22 different slides, and I can click through and think, oh, I might use this one or this one. Or if you click on see more of your brand one, so if you've uploaded your brand fonts, your brand colors and everything into Canva, it's going to make one to do with your brand. I don't love what it's done with my brand, but it's a good start at least. And so you can see in here, I've got a few different options. Like say I clicked on this one, I can have a look and it's kind of given me a few options. It's already my branding colors. It's kind of broken up different things. It's put, like I love this page where if I get down to it. But if I then press create presentation, then you can see that it's now opened up a presentation with all that text that I've just added in from my document. So obviously everything's not going to be perfect, but I think it's a really good start, especially these sessions. So this free challenge has 3 different sessions in it, and it's popped like a really cool heading over to the side here and my 3 dot points here. Sometimes I think in presentations, it's really great to bring out pieces of key text on a slide by itself to kind of draw people back in rather than just having slides with heaps and heaps of text on them. And to be honest, I probably didn't need all the points that I displayed after this. So in my document, you'll see I've done, if I exit that for a moment, you'll see that I've got here, why do I need to look seriously in business? I think in essence, I don't actually need to show all of these dot points on my slide. I might just talk through those as I'm preparing the presentation. So I'm actually going to then delete these slides because I don't need those. In this challenge, you'll learn, and then I've got like the 3 session overviews. This one here, I'm not sure why I didn't format it the same, but I would then go and edit that. And then it's got prepare yourself the brand that you dream of, and then it's got some three paragraphs there that I kind of expanded on that idea with. And then it's got join now. All these different things kind of broken up for me, seriously in business challenge, and it's kind of just displayed it all for me. So then I would just go through, if I wanted to, I could press this shuffle button with my colors and it might tweak up my colors on the page that I've clicked on, which is really, really helpful. And I can do even different things like going to adding my brand elements, adding in all of my different parts. I'm not going to bore you with that now because I do that in most of my other tutorials of just kind of going in with, let's apply our branding to this now. I won't do that now to keep this short, but what I do want to show you is a cool layout feature, which is an extension of this feature before I go to that bonus feature. So if I go to my tab over here of design, you see there's a layouts tab here. If I click on layouts, it's going to suggest different ways that I can lay this particular page out. So if there's a page you're not happy with, or if you're designing any presentation of your own, you didn't start with the Canva version that I just did. If you just have any presentation open, this layouts tab will be open for you. So far, it's only available in presentations. It's not available like in an Instagram post size design, but for Canva presentations, it has this layout option where it's going to provide me heaps of different other ways to lay out this design. So cool. Like, look how many that is. Like I could do, say I wanted them in circles. It just taken everything and rearranged it. Or say I wanted some cool little glowy things, or say I wanted to add in a picture on this page. How amazing is that? So if you're struggling with a particular layout of your design, or maybe all of the pages in your presentation, head to this layouts tab and click on it and see what other options it gives you. It helps you kind of think through, oh, actually, maybe I could put that in a paragraph in 3 lines, or maybe I could add a picture in here, or maybe I could do some boxes, or maybe I could do some dots and lines. experiment with that, because I think it's such a cool tool for us to just open up the ball. Like, you'll see this one isn't perfect. I don't think this layout is that great, but it might give me a brain spark to be like, oh, actually I can do that. I'm going to move this up here. I might move this layout over here. I might add in a photo down here. And it's kind of helped you to get that ball rolling. So have a play with that if you're feeling a little bit lost with your designs. So the last bonus tip that I wanted to show you is the Canva magic kind of create. So if you go down to the apps section here and you go and find, like, it depends how much you use Canva and where it's going to be hidden, but I want to go to text to image. If you can't find it here, just type it in here. So if I go text to image, search, and it's this one here. Text to image means that I can create anything that I want. So say, for example, in this slide, I wanted a picture of a rainbow with a dog running over it. I was obviously inspired by this picture here. Dog running over rainbow, because I thought that was a very standout kind of image that would work perfectly on this page to illustrate my point. But obviously, say if I go, before I do this, I'm actually going to go to elements and I'm going to go to dog running over rainbow. There's nothing really here in the photos or in the elements that kind of suits what I need, so I'd probably have to do some weird photoshopping. But if I go to the app section and go to my text to image and type this in, let's see what it does. So I can say if I want the image to be square, landscape, or portrait, and what style of image, but I'm just going to leave it as is and press create your image. Like we looked at earlier, then it's just going to create for me 4 different variations of what I've asked for, and then we'll see what it comes out with. So you'll see these aren't perfect, but like this image did not exist when I tried to search it, and that could be exactly kind of what I'm wanting. There's a rainbow in the sky, there's a dog running over a rainbow. So great. And so if I wanted to have this in a different style, I could select like psychedelic, I could select 3D model, I could select neon or minimalistic, and it's going to create that image in that style for me. So have a play with that one, particularly if there's an image that you're not finding that you want. I don't recommend doing people in the photo style, because sometimes they look a bit funky, like their hands are all over the place, or they look a bit like a nightmare. But having a bit more of play with a more conceptual kind of image might be helpful for you. Have fun with those Canva AI features. I think it's so great that these are built into Canva. It just makes this process of designing so great. So thank you for joining me today. Also, if you would like to join me for that free challenge, it is actually available for you right now. So I'm just going to actually drag it across. Usually I just put something fancy on the screen, but why not just show you since I'm already here? There is a free challenge where it's 3 20-minute videos from me, so snappy, so punchy, so full of value, that it's going to help you to create your own visual brand, to grow your business faster, and to look like $1 million. So it's really going into the really foundational things that you need to know as a business owner who's creating a business graphics, to create a really solid brand, to really make sure you're creating graphics that stand out, that communicate, that do all of the things design should be doing, so that your business can grow, can look professional, and can look seriously in business. So head over to the link in the description below and you can join that challenge totally for free. You can start instantly. You can either binge all of the videos straight away, or you can watch them once a day. And I'm so excited to hear what you think of that. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye.